This video is brought to you by Industrial Scripts, script development and training trusted by the industry. Back to the Future, written by Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale, is one of the legendarily great screenplays. In it, teenager Marty McFly accidentally travels back in time from 1985 to 1955 and prevents his parents from meeting. The only way he can return to his time is through a lightning storm, but first he has to get his parents back together or he'll disappear from existence. On a scene-to-scene and pure gag level, Back to the Future is dense with setups and payoffs, with Easter eggs that viewers love to spot and discuss to this day. However, it achieves a similar feat on a character and thematic level, making use of mirrors. Mirrors are, like the name implies, reflections that show the character back to themselves. However, as in a mirror image, the reflection might be opposite or distorted in some way. This distortion can reveal important truths about the character. Marty McFly's character flaw is that he doesn't put effort into his life, even into the music that is supposedly his passion.
Never gonna get a chance to play in front of anybody. Marty,
He regularly turns up late at school and accepts his rejection in the Battle of the Bands by whining and giving up.
You're really good. And this audition tape of yours is great. You've got to send it into the record company. It's like Doc's always saying.
I know. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
In a rare moment of self-awareness, Marty recognizes how much this makes him sound like his father, who is still under the thumb of his high school bully, Biff.
What if they say, get out of here, kid, you got no future? I mean, I just don't think I can take that kind of rejection. Jesus, I'm starting to sound like my old man.
Come on, he's not that bad. At least he's letting you borrow.
As Principal Strickland says, no McFly ever amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley.
On the roster for the dance auditions after school today. Why even bother, McFly? You don't have a chance. You're too much like your old man. No McFly ever amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley.
George McFly has the same flaw as Marty, even describing it in the same words, but taken to an extreme.
What, right here, right now in the cafeteria? What if she said no? I don't know if I could take that kind of a rejection. I still don't understand.
George reflects Marty's flaw back to him, allowing Marty to talk about it and overcome it. Character flaws and arcs are internal, but the nature of film means these need to be expressed externally, through actions and dialogue that the audience can see on screen. Using a mirror character makes it easier to externalize the protagonist's flaw and their journey. By helping George fix his flaw, Marty fixes his family and the world around him, but also fixes his own flaw.
Rescue, right? Okay, let's go over the plan again. 8:55.
With this resolved, the sequels had to add in an additional flaw. Marty can't back down when someone calls him chicken. Through time travel, both Back to the Future 2 and 3 present Marty with more mirrors, more doubles. In Part 2, Marty's mirror is literally himself as a middle-aged man who left his music dreams behind after a car accident.
You're on her... No, George.
Look, it's just an act, right? Okay, so...
In Part 3, Marty meets his ancestor Seamus, but the focus is more on Doc's character and his flaw, with Marty and Seamus as more supporting characters. The use of mirrors lays out Back to the Future's themes clearly. Fundamentally, all three Back to the Future films ask whether the past sets our present in stone, or can they both be changed?
You really think I ought to swear?
Yes, definitely. God damn it, George, swear. Okay.
On a character level, are we destined to become the same people as our parents? Then, specifically, can Marty McFly help his father become a better, more successful person, and by extension fix his own flaw as well?
George, there's nothing to be scared of. All it takes is a little self-confidence. You know, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
This device is easiest to identify in genre fare. Back to the Future is a time travel story, which makes creating mirror characters a lot easier and far more literal. The Joker, for another example, is often portrayed as the mirror of Batman, spreading chaos where he fights for order. Star Trek even has a whole mirror universe, which was parodied in Community as the darkest timeline. But mirrors can benefit any type of story. Think about the worst case scenario for who your protagonist could become. This could be an antagonist or a supporting character, a reminder of the path the protagonist could have taken or could still fall into if they're not careful. Alternatively, a mirror character could have their life together and be very successful in a related endeavour, while your protagonist struggles. Can your protagonist recognise his own flaw in other people but not in himself? This is often the case in real life, where people whose personalities are too similar can find it hard to get along. As a result, having a character meet their mirror is a great way to create conflict, drama, and comedy. Marty thinks his father is a wimp, and his frustrations and their misunderstandings of each other prove to be very funny. Mirrors are also a great way to show character growth. Your protagonist can change and grow over the course of the story, overcoming their character flaw and succeeding in their goal, while the mirror character will remain the same and suffer for it. Alternatively, as in Back to the Future, your mirror character might be a potential ally, and they and the protagonist must overcome their flaws together.
Give me a milk. Chocolate.
Jericho. Lorraine, my density has popped me to you.
What?
Oh, what I meant to say was,
Wait a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere?
yes, I'm George McFly.